Running a wee bit late on a Monday afternoon. We are finally past the NFL draft combine portion of the off season. Time for my mock draft 1.0 Commanders edition. Let's get to it. What up and what's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson, back with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel, where we ramble about our Washington Commanders. It is Monday, March 3rd. We are less than 2 weeks away from the start of the NFL new league year, the off season, and the meat market underwear Olympics was completed yesterday. We got to see a full weekend of combine theatrics, guys running around and trying to confirm the tape that they put out during their collegiate careers. How are y'all doing today? I'm feeling fantastic. Washington fans, we had a little news this weekend. We started off the fireworks of this offseason with a big trade. We sent a 5th-round pick for this draft over to San Francisco for Deebo Samuel, another weapon to add for Jaden Daniels in this offense. I want to know, after you've got to brew and marinate and let it sink in that we traded for Deebo, how are we feeling on Monday morning about the trade? About the same as you felt on Saturday, or wait and see? We got to see what the offense and what Adam Peters is going to chef up through the entire offseason before you can really give a opinion on it. But you can always have an opinion. We're fans and we are entitled to feel however we want to feel. We don't have to agree or disagree with any or everything that the team does. I'm cool with it, and I don't necessarily see Deebo as a pure wide receiver number 2. This is your ultimate weapon, and I can see Cliff Kingsbury using him in all sorts of ways, man. Like, there's a lot of ways to use Deebo. You can use him out of the backfield. You can use him in the slot. You can use him on the outside. Lindsey Rhodes posted his usage last year, and this is not to mention he missed 2 games. And remember, he had bad pneumonia in the middle of the season. If you follow this channel, you know that pneumonia is no joke. I was dying from that shit at some point of the season last year. But your birthday is today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, man. Happy birthday to our guy, Jared. Make sure y'all send him some cake and candles in the chat. But Lindsey Rhodes posted on Deebo's usage last year in the 15 games he played: 60 snaps out of the backfield, 193 out of the slot, 183 on the left receiver side, 241 on the right receiver side, and 49 at kick returner. There's a multitude of ways to use this guy. So don't pigeonhole him to one spot, but we're going to have some fun today. So this is what we're going to do in today's stream. We already talked about Deebo. As you can see, the guys on the screen, we mock drafting today. I'm going to show you a mock draft I posted on Twitter last night because I feel like that shit was, but that ain't going to be the mock draft for this. We're going to open up the PFN mock draft simulator. That's my personal preference. Some of y'all like PFF. Some of you like FanSpeak. I like PFN, Pro Football Network. And we're going to do a mock draft as a unit. We're going to come up with our first mock draft for the Commanders as a unit. So I'm going to pull up one in just a second. But what players stood out to y'all at the, if any of you got to take a look at the combine this weekend, which players stood out to you, whether it's a good way, a bad way? What players came to mind when it came from the combine this weekend? I know I couldn't take my eyes off the running backs and wide receivers. Running back and wide receiver day just had me stuck. What up, DB? What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling this afternoon, man? Darius Slay, he is about to get released. He's old, though. Darius Slay he's been talking on this podcast. He's been talking retirement in the next couple years, man. We need some youth in that room to add with if not youth, something, like I would rather play my cards with the guys like a Reed or a Charvarius rather than a Darius Slay Jr. But that is interesting that they're about to let him walk. They're about to get younger at that position and add more talents as well. I actually like the trade, very low risk, high reward type of trade. Yeah, and it's 1 year. If it don't work out, deuces, man. But I promise you this, we're going to be able to throw screens to Deebo and get him out in space, It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Cliff Kingsbury will find a way. We were throwing screens to Alameda Zacchaeus and company last year. I promise you, Deebo he's gonna get it active, man. He's gonna get active in this offense. But let me pull up my first mock draft. This was the mock draft I did last night when I was practicing what I was thinking. This was after the combine finished. Not that my opinions on guys totally change after the combine, but this was the mock draft I posted on Twitter last night. See, from the 29th spot, I traded back to 38, and I got pick 38, and I got pick 77, I believe. Yeah, 38 and 77. I forgot who I traded back with. If you know the draft order, go ahead and throw that in the chat below. So I traded back 9 spots to the 38th overall pick, and I took Jihad Campbell out of Alabama. Did y'all watch that boy at the combine? I know he's a dog. I know what his tape looks like. He's an absolute monster. And I know what our linebacker situation is, but they're talking. I don't know if it's the best case scenario for him, but they're talking about Jihad like you can use him like we use Luvu, or you can use him like Dallas uses Micah Parsons, because he's a freakish type athlete. He looks natural coming off the edge, and he is explosive as hell. He has bend, and he's a whole ass phenomenal inside backer. What would y'all feel if we went Jihad with our first pick? There's no first rounder, and I want to open our eyes up as a fan base. There is a good chance that Washington does not pick in the first round this year. There's a good chance that we stay up till midnight, 12:30 a.m., April 25th, and Washington does not make one pick during the first night of the draft. How would you feel, sir? How would you feel? I know the anticipation and the anxiousness. We're dying to see it. We're dying to see Washington make a pick on night one. But when you're picking 29th and you're one of the last couple picks of the round, you could easily say, we got a few guys that we like, and we think he's going to be there if we trade back a little bit. So I traded back and went with Jihad Campbell, who's going to be a linebacker / edge rusher extraordinaire for this team. I went best player available. That is my whole mantra for drafting for this team. When you're picking at 29, it ain't simply draft by need on each round. You need to draft a difference maker with each pick. So that's what we're doing here. We started off our draft with Jihad Campbell. What up, Queen? What up, Queen Sheen? What's going on? Can we also take the time to acknowledge that all the people getting on the trade don't know the definition of the word washed? I want to see what he looked like with newfound optimism, a different environment. And like my boy Mose came on to tell us about, the 49ers had an absolute nightmare of a season last year. And despite that nightmare, Deebo was 800 something yards from scrimmage and few touchdowns. He would have been the second biggest playmaker on this football team last year. So I ain't gonna hold you. Darius Slay has been released by the Eagles. Do we get him for a cheap 4-year? I don't know. I think I'm cool on that. I think I'm cool on that, man. Jihad Campbell is a different monster than Jordan McGee. He's a different animal, man. This is like souped up Frankie Louvu type projection to the league, but he's a guy I can see Washington taking. He was the highest on my board, so that's what I went with for number 38. But now let's have some fun. Pick number 61, our second round pick, our first original pick without trades. Quinshon Judkins out of Ohio State. The running backs got so active at the combine. They got so active. My boy Quinshon Judkins, Omarion Hampton, my boys that I've been like on the bandwagon for months now, they showed up and they showed the fuck out at the combine. Both sub 4.5 40s. Quinshon had like the best broad jump. He is a freak athlete, man. Baller. There's an innate feel to the way guys like Omarion Hampton, Quinshon Judkins, Travion Henderson, they play like natural running back. Some guys are just running the football, and some guys are just And some guys just have it. Some guys just have it. They have eyes on the back of their head. They have an innate feeling to know where defenders are coming from. They know where holes are open. They create. Washington desperately needs a running back that can create. You know, the Red Sea doesn't have to be parted for them like Moses for them to get yards on the play. My big three for Washington, throw Genty off the board. Genty's going very early. My big three for Washington, I need Washington to come away with Judkins, Hampton, or Henderson. There are other good running backs that I will take in this draft as well. But Quinshon Judkins, Henderson, Hampton, you don't got to sell me anything. I love them. They all are juiced up enough. They're physical. They get their hands on defenders. They will block, and they will pound the fuck out of the football. Pound the hell out of it, bro. Quinshon and Henderson made up the best two-headed monster in all of college football this year, man. Watching Judkins play, he's just a star. Go watch the combine. You don't need to, even if you already know what they do on the field, go watch the combine. Go look at the way that they move and how natural they are running the football. Those are running backs. Washington needs one of those. We were talking in the chat this morning. Shout out to Zach, Jalen, Tay Todd, Alex, my boy Marshall. They were like, yo, I'm sick of seeing all these new look Commanders graphics, and they're putting up Tebow, Terry, Jaden, and they're throwing up B-Rob on the graphic. They're like, no. We need to wait and hold that graphic till a little bit later this offseason because Washington's going running back shopping when this draft gets here. But I love having Quinshon Judkins, put him in the backfield, starting day one, compliment to reback Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler. I like it. Or there's a world where Washington could double up at running back and get out of the contract of one of the running backs currently on the roster. But let's just stick with something normal right now. Quinshon Judkins is my pick at 61. And then the pick that we acquired when we traded back from 29 to 38, which is pick number 77, I believe someone said belonged to the New England Patriots. A guy, my boy Jalen Stunner. I'm going to be on his channel tonight doing the same thing, mock drafting, by the way. Jalen Royals, someone he put me on to a while ago. Jalen Royals is an absolute dog. Absolute dog. He seems like a plug-and-play wide receiver, a prototypical wide receiver. You could put him out on the outside. He's not the biggest in the world, but he's a burner. He's a burner. He has very good football speed. Some guys are underwear fast. Some guys are football fast. Jalen Royals is football fast, and he didn't run a nasty 40. He didn't run a Tez Johnson type 40, which is crazy, by the way. Tez Johnson from Oregon, who weighs 150 pounds soaking wet, running a 4.55. That's crazy. Drafting someone that's the size of my child to run a 4.5 is not the way. If you 150 pounds, you got to have speed. Ted Johnson has football speed. He looks very fast on tape. He gets open on a consistent basis, but this testing shit matters to teams. And when you see a guy like Tez Johnson running a 4.55 at 149 pounds, that's not the move, man. But Jalen Royals, absolute dog. I would love to see a wide receiver room that's headed off by Terry on one side, Jalen Royals and Deebo moving around. And we got Luke McCaffrey to see what he could possibly turn into as he gets more acclimated to what we're doing here. Ty Felton, I would like it. The Maryland boy, he tested well as well. He killed it. Ricky White from UNLV, I like him as well. Ty Felton do need to get them hands tightened up, man. He need to get them hands tight. And that's the only reason why I'm not on the Savion Williams bandwagon like a lot of people are. Savion Williams' hands scare me. Big receivers with hands problems from TCU gives me nightmares, man. But I went with Jalen Royals here. And then at 79, 2 picks later, because, don't even stop to get a beer, because once I make this trade, we're picking twice in the next 3 picks. I picked a free safety also out of Ohio State, Love the program, by the way. Love the Buckeyes. We need a free safety. And I think Luther Ransom has that range. He has that range to be a sideline-to-sideline center fielder type free safety. We need somebody with some ball skills and with the athleticism to cover the entire field back there to add to the room. I got us keeping Jeremy Chin. Of course, Jaquan Martin's under a rookie contract. He's going to be here. We need to add a free safety to that room. We need to add a free safety to that room. That room needs more to it. It needs some youth. It needs some speed. I think this roster in general needs some speed. Quite simply, Luther Ransom is my 79th pick. I want a tight end. I prefer a dynamic inline receiving type tight end. I wanted Mason Taylor out of LSU. One, because he's actually good. Not because of his bloodlines or because he's Jason Taylor's son, but because he actually looks the part. This doesn't look like Thaddeus Moss. He had the most catches in a season for LSU at tight end, but he was long gone. So I went to a program that just shits out NFL tight ends, and I went to Iowa. Luke Lachey is not going to light up the world production-wise, but he looks the part of an NFL tight end. I think Bates walks. Apparently, John Bates is a hot commodity as a very good blocking tight end. He's going to find greener pastures and get some money elsewhere. Add Luke Lachey to a room of Zach Ertz and Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott, you can fall into the John Bates role as the blocking tight end in this room, and Luke Lachey, you could be the well-rounded successor to Zach Ertz. I trust the program, bro. Kirk Ferentz program in Iowa, they rarely produce busts in this league. They produce, it seems like, at minimum, a solid NFL player. So Luke Lachey, you could come on down. We didn't one time do it. We didn't double dip, but we triple dipped into the Ohio State program. Added a defensive tackle, Ty Hamilton, out of Ohio State. Big beefy boy up front, space eater. And we finished my draft with Andres Borregales, the kicker. A kicker, who else was tired of having fucking 7 kickers last year? Who else was tired of checking the waiver wire order on what kickers were available every season like this is fantasy football last year? This is a kicker that we've spoken to this offseason. I'm not going to deep dive it. It's a kicker. It's a kicker. So we need one of those. We need one to grow with. We got to live with the ups and the downs of, get him on a rookie contract, and let's ride. Hopefully he stays healthy. We never have to look at kicker ever again. This was my mock draft just for shits and giggles last night on the site. I'm going to pull up the draft simulator, and we're going to start mocking together in unison in just a second. I'm Adam Peters. Y'all are all field scouts for the boy. Where's Kyron Lacey? I would love to have Kyron Lacey, but he went a little earlier than I wanted to take him in this draft. He went a little early. He's still getting those legal issues, but turns out he wasn't driving the car. So his pro day is going to be important. I imagine somebody's going to draft him on day 3, despite the fact of the situation he got himself into. But he could be improved. I'm just going off of what I've seen so far. I'm not ruling out Luke or Sinnott from being good football player. I'm going off what we have right now. Neither are going to prevent me from upgrading at their positions. Mike Green is a dog. Mike Green has some weird cases he needs to get sorted out because, like I told you, the one thing that would off the field issues don't scare me unless they involve women. Abusing of women, sexual accusations and shit like that, I would tend to stay away from that. Mike Green got some situations he needs to clear up. So we're going to see. So you're saying we're good on the O-line, or should we attack it in free? I have a feeling they're going to attack the O-line in free agency. And also, this was just some best player available type of shit, because we might very well draft an O-lineman with this 29th pick when I open up this machine. This was my draft. How would y'all grade it? This is my draft I did yesterday. Now we about to get active, and we about to pull up the mock draft simulator. And we about to get into our own mock draft. I think I put it on regular speed. Hopefully I didn't put it on fast speed. We're going to break down picks as they come off the board. And when we get to ours, we're going to discuss. And mind you, you can't look too into these mock drafts that I'm doing or that other people are doing on March the 3rd, because we don't know what free agency looks like. We don't know what players we're going to pick up. Washington has no choice but to sign a bunch of players because we got like 29 holes on the roster that we have to fill. So We're going to be active. There's going to be a lot of new additions to this roster. They're not going to just sign a bunch of our guys back and not bring new players on. Pierce Jr. is apparently uncoachable. Would you draft him if he drops? Absolutely. Absolutely. I could deal with a knucklehead. Get him in that room. Get him in that room with Dan Quinn, Joe Witt Jr. and company. They'll whip him into shape. That boy a dog. That boy a dog. His tape looked good. His combine looked good. Everything checks out. He's a little bit of a head case. You need a couple of those on the roster, man. You need a couple of those on the roster. A, for having a kicker. We need one of those, man. We need one of those, man. PFF's mock draft this morning was looking kind of crazy, low-key. Who they had us taking? Who they had us taking and what was crazy about it? Fill me in. Give me the deets. Diami is likely out because Deebo plays that Samuel Diami role. Well, I wouldn't say they play the same type of role because I'm not putting Diami in the backfield. Diami still has a role on his roster. Diami still has a space here, man. There's still a role for him here. We still got to fill out that room. We need a burner. We need a burner somewhere in that room. We need some juice. Commander's going to be picking at 11:30. We're going to be mad as shit when that 11:35 p.m. pick comes up and we all surround the TV and Washington traded out of the first round. Day 2 going to be lit, though. Day 2 going to be crazy lit. Zabel at 29 would not hurt, but would like to see Simmons. I wouldn't be mad at Zabel at 29. Look, there's a lot of ways this can go. What I'm telling you right now is don't fall in love with any prospects because at 29, we don't know what the fuck the board's going to look like by the time this team gets on the board, man. We don't know. We have no idea what's good with the Airbnb house for draft house. Night 1 of the draft, me and the boys definitely going to be together. We still putting all that together, but we're going to be live, me and the group chat on night 1 of the NFL draft. Would you get Keenan Allen instead of Diami? No. If I had to pick on a cheap contract, no, give me Diami on the cheap because Diami's 25 years old. Keenan Allen, old as shit. I wouldn't say he washed, but he's around the corner. Josh Norman definitely available. A 6'4" speedster, one or the other. They don't have to be the same person. There are a couple guys that fit that, like Jaden Higgins. Both Iowa State receivers absolutely lit it up in the process. They lit it up at the combine over the weekend. Let me give this a little zoom so we can see, so y'all can see a little more. There's a little zoomy zoom. Who y'all think's going first in the draft, by the way? Christian Kirk, if he gets released, I can see it. We need someone with size and we need someone with some burner type speed on it. We have a yak guy now in Deebo Samuel. For everybody complaining about Deebo, we got the fall down bandits at wide receiver. So adding someone who actually can produce after the catch, I am totally fine with. Deebo is going to break tackles and he's going to create shit with the ball in his hand. We need a burner. We need at least one big body receiver. We need a burner, etc. We still have a lot to do. Deebo doesn't slow down any of that. You think Abdul Carter's going number 1? They tried to rain on this parade with this sudden announcement of a stress reaction in his foot. It wasn't a stress fracture, right? It was a stress reaction. Would I pick up Devontae Adams if the Jets release them? Unless he's getting a very low contract, I'm cool on that. I'm cool on Devontae. The talent, he's still a 1,000-yard receiver last year, 7 touchdowns, but I think I'm cool on Devontae Adams at this point. Give me some burners, man. Give me some burners and some size. Abdul Carter. Everybody think Abdul Carter. You said Travis Hunter? What is Travis Hunter going to be in the league? I know they're going to keep trying to push this. He's playing both ways shit in the league. I don't see that. I don't see a team doing that in the NFL. Having a guy playing both ways. I think he's a receiver. I think he should be a receiver, man. I don't know. It's me personally. A lot of people like him at corner. I like Travis Hunter at receiver. Go play receiver for the New England Patriots. Go catch passes from Drake May, my boy. No more tackled at the 1 yard. The tackled at the 1 yard bandits, the fall down bandits. That's why you need a guy like Deebo. Deebo, big bowling ball ass, is not getting stopped at the 1 like that. He's carrying 4 Bamas with him into the end zone. I'd re-sign Nick Zacchaeus and Noah Brown and draft either Trey Harris or Jaden Higgins. Trey Harris tested pretty well. 4.5's not bad for a big receiver. Jaden Higgins in the 4.4. at 6'4", 200 plus pounds, man, there's some options, man. That's why everybody as a Washington fan, we need to breathe and we need to be open-minded, and we have to be available to a bunch of different ways that this draft position could turn out, because this ain't like picking at 2 or picking at 15. We have no idea what this board's going to look like. If the Jets cut Adams, are you going all in? All in? No. I don't think he's at a point that we need to go all in for a guy like that. I want younger guys, to be perfectly honest. Shit, I would rather us throw some bread at Darius Slayton than to go after Devontae Adams at this point. Let Adams keep chasing Aaron Rodgers by the tail and following him wherever he goes, to be perfectly honest, man. I feel like we got to come away with Judkins or Henderson at least. Judkins, Henderson, or Hampton, that's my big tree. That's my big tree of running backs I want for the team. But there are other guys as well. There are the R.J. Harveys of the world, Devin Neal. There are so many running backs in this class. Why Bo Scatterbo duck smoke, bruh? Why Bo Scatterbo ain't run the 40? Anybody want to explain to me why he did the vertical and killed the vertical, but he didn't run the 40? Boy, about to run something nasty, wasn't he? He about to run some nasty shit like 4.7. Scatterbo was about to run a nasty 40-yard. Why ain't he run the 40, man? Give me Thornton or Higgins, both 4.3, 4.4 guys. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Hampton and Henderson, because he's slow, and that would have dropped his stock. I mean, he day 3. Like, his stock can only go up, right? Run the 40. Run the 40, man. Scatterbo was ducking the shit out of smoke. He going to try to go get one of those team concocted 40 yards with the compromised clock at his pro day. Run the 4. Like, why are running back ducking the 4? I can see Genty ducking the 40. Why is Bo Scatterbo ducking the 4? That boy was about to run that 4.74, 4.75, something of the sort. But oh, man, poor Gunnar Helm, man. He got hurt at the combine, but he still completed his workout. But his shit looked nasty. His shit looked nasty. But he was hurt, though. But I like that he went through it anyway. He's going to run a 4.3 at his pro. Do y'all remember the COVID 40s? Do y'all remember the COVID 40s? The COVID 40s where everybody was, you get a 4.3, you get a 4.3, you get a 4.3. They pretty much had me out there holding the hand clock for these boys' 40s, because everybody was getting a 4.3 at their pro day because there was no combine workout. Whole bunch of compromised clocks out there. Golden at 29. Matthew Golden is very interesting because he's one of those players where his tape speed don't match the 40. Like, remember how I always used to say Antonio Gibson don't play like a 4.3 player? Matthew Golden ran a 4.29. He damn sure don't look 4.29 on tape. He's a hooper, though. He's a hooper. He's a baller, and he pretty much got his teammate Isaiah Bond the fuck out of here. But Matthew Golden don't look that fast on tape. He's good, though. He's good. I would take him. That 40 may have catapulted him to go a little bit higher, but I think there's a good chance Golden is on the clock. And like I told y'all on Saturday, the acquisition of Deebo Samuel does not stop us from drafting a receiver in the first round or signing receivers in free agency. And that would be the burner we need. You could be a burner without running 4.29. I'm just saying 4.2 usually shows up. Xavier Worthy looks every bit as fast as his 40 time. Matthew Golden looks football fast. He don't look 4.29 fast, but he's a dog, and I would gladly have him here in DC. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you at all. Come on down if you're there at 29. Rio, did you see how Milroe hand suddenly grew? Yeah, Milroe and Quinn Ewers, magically, their hands got bigger since the Senior Bowl. You know, the combine, man, there's a whole lot of politics and a whole lot of bullshit. A whole lot of wild shit. Yeah, you grew your hands, or you got taller in a month. Like, a lot of things that don't really make sense, and they make big deals out of some of these things. Like, oh my God, his arms are an inch too short. He could never block an NFL defensive lineman. Oh my God, he has small hands. He could never catch an NFL pass. Meanwhile, guys like Lad McConkey exist, who went crazy as a rookie receiver with little baby hands, little Mickey Mouse hands like Kenny Pickett Jr. Game speed and straight line speed is very different. Maxwell Hairston is a dog. He little weight wide, but he's a dog for sure, man. Earlier in his career, he played 4-3. Earlier in his career, he did. When he runs a go route, it looks 4-3. But I get what you're saying. But some players just don't. It don't always matter. The difference between underwear, straight line speed, the 10-yard split and the short shuttle matter more than the 40-yard dash. Like my guy Kyle Kennard, he ran a nasty 40, like a 4.7, but his 10-yard split was like sixth of all the edge rushes. I care more an edge or a defensive tackle. I care more about their 10-yard split than their 40-yard dash. I don't need you chasing dudes down 40 yards down the field. I'm cool on it as well, man. I'm cool on it as well. He was running faster than that on the field last year on some of those yak plays. Golden is a sleeper. I don't know if he's a sleeper anymore, man, because he was already fringe first round conversation. And then you go run a 4.28, 4.29 at the combine, and now everybody's on you, man. But let's start up this mock draft, man. Let's get the business. I can sit here and yap all day and spread opinions. Let's get on this joint. Let's start the draft. Let's go. Let's see how this thing goes. Oh, whoa. Slow it down. Damn, I definitely put it on fast when I meant to put it on regular. So let's see how this thing started up on this side, man. Who went first? Okay. Shador went first to Tennessee. Am I tripping? Because I don't think there's any way Shador goes number one. Am I wilding for saying that? Shador going number one. What are the likelihoods on that happening? Could you imagine Jaden, Terry, Deebo, and Letha Bird in that squad would hit a team full of a team full of yards after the Yak Boys? Oh, I'm here for Yak Boys. Yak Boys in the building tonight. I'd be here for. I see no reason for Shador to go number one. Like that's I don't know. It feels like a weird draft. Shador Sanders was the first pick in the draft. Now we ain't picking at one, but I'm letting it go from the top, and we're working our way to our pick. What do y'all see? Shador at 1, Cam Ward, Teteroa McMillan. Who the fuck is quarterback in the Giants if they drafted Tet McMillan? I don't gonna lie, that's a fire wide receiver duo with Tet and Malik Neighbors, but who's throwing them the football? Abdul Carter at 4 is kind of crazy, and Hunter at 5, Hunter and BTJ. This is weird. I don't like that. I don't like this, man. I think the Titans are going to trade out of 1. They said reset it. They said reset it. Let me get a little restart. We'll give it one more. Let me put it at normal. They said, nah, Rio, we not rolling. Let me start this shit over. Don't tweak this time. Oh, nope, we got to roll with it, guys. They believe that Shador Sanders is going number 1. We're going to roll with it this time. Let me pause it. So they almost stood pat. They changed just a little bit. Okay, so we got Travis Hunter going 3 to the Giants, Abdul Carter 4, which is a steal at number 4, Will Campbell to the Jags, Tet McMillan to the Raiders, Mason Graham to the Jets, Michael Williams to the Panthers. Shador and Ward starting off the draft. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because it's quarterbacks. I don't know. Maybe I'm so spoiled because we got Jaden. I don't see these dudes as the number 1 and number 2 pick of the draft. But hey, guys, throw your hands up like that Kevin Hart meme and say, at least it's not our problem. Guy. Doesn't it feel good that we don't have to talk ourselves into the Louisville quarterback, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, and Shador Sanders at number 2. Don't it feel good that we're kind of living real large right now? We're sitting here with Jaden Daniels in the cut. This shit is kind of capped, but you never know how the draft's going to play out. Let's let it go. Let's see what's on the board. Ooh, James Pierce off the board in the top 10. Ooh. Someone's going to take James Pierce in the top 15 and not care about his character concern. Like I said, bro, as long as you're not assaulting, harassing, or SAing a woman, People will look past your character concerns. All right. Are we going to trade up, guys? The Detroit Lions have offered 60, 101, a second and a third next year. What are your thoughts about this trade? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Hey, we about to have hella beef going on between CD Gardner Johnson because his main nemesis, his main op in the league is CD, and then Marshawn and AJ. It's gonna be fun when we play the Eagles. What y'all think? That's a big jump back. That's almost completely out of the second round. I'm a pass on this trade back. I'm a pass on this trade back. What y'all thinking, bro? I mean, that's a lot of picks though. That's a second and a third next year to jump back. What, 31 picks? That's a whole round though. I want someone. That's far, man. That's far. It looks like a consensus. It's a no. I like the compensation with the extra picks, but that's a big ass jump back. Let's see what else we got on the table right now. Let's see what else. Now this intrigues me. This intrigues me. Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos, they said go back 20, 22 picks, and we'll give you 85 for 29 and 197. Now this I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let's hold up. We got to check what's on the board, though. We got to check what's on the board. Am I willing? Who's on the board? Colston Loveland, the tight end out of Michigan, is on the board. Mike Green, the edge rusher with some cases he needs to sort out. Walter Nolan, Tyleek Williams, the big dancing bear that was getting active during the combine this weekend. Let's scroll down. Let's see. Xavier Watts is here. Harold Fannin Jr., who ran a nasty 40 time. What did he run? A 4.7. Brick feet. My boy Jihad Campbell's there. He's sitting there. He's sitting there, y'all. Ariante Ursary. We got one of those linemen. I don't know. Shamar Stewart is the most interesting defensive player on the draft side of the ball. He absolutely lit it up at the combine, but the nigga hasn't produced in his college career. He's produced like a sack a year for 3 years in a row and lit it up. He's an athletic freak, but he hasn't played good football. But then there's the distinction. When you're talking draft, you're drafting projection. You don't want someone who necessarily peaked in high school, peaked in college. You want to project them as an NFL player. Are Shamar Stewart's talents enough to project a good NFL player despite the fact that you've never seen him produce in college? A sack and a half a year. What y'all think? Walter Nolan, Mike Green. So we're just assuming that Mike Green case and all that's out of here. We're just going to take him. Just player. We're just going off talent. What y'all thinking right now? Tight end is not a spot I would want to go at one, but Colston Loveland is a dog. Colston Loveland is a dog. I don't know if I can pass on that, y'all. On my best player available board, Omarion Hampton's also there. But are we taking the trade? Are we taking either of these trades, y'all? Before we go back to the board, it seems like a wholehearted no on the Lions trade. How about the Denver trade? Y'all want to move back 22 picks? Y'all want to stick and pick? Let's see it. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. 5 minutes. Let's go. Let's deliberate. Y'all want to make the trade or y'all want to stick and pick? What we doing? Pass on the trade. Take Loveland and don't look back. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Loveland. I'm thinking Hampton. I'm thinking Campbell. I'm thinking Ariante Ursary. That's my big board right there. Mike Green could come to close in that list. Move back. Move back. Still too far. Best player available. Counter offer. Now, I don't want to get into counter. If we get into counter offers, I'm going to be here all day because I'm going to be out here trying to play chess with niggas. Now, we're just going to go with the initial offer. We're not creating our own trades right now. Hampton all day. Loveland. Let me pull the list back up. We got Tyleek, big Tyleek from Ohio State. Colston Loveland, the tight end out of Michigan. I don't know. I might have to take Colston here, y'all. I'm not going to hold you. Walter Nolan, Kenneth Grant, Mike Green, Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame, Harold Fannin Jr., Jihad. Ariante Ursary is an absolute dog, and I would be totally fine with us drafting him as a tackle. Shamar Stewart, combine warrior. Not a lot of production, but he projects to be a freaky athletic edge in the NFL. Omarion Hampton, Trey Harris, Remember, we still do have a second round pick. So maybe, just maybe, someone is available when we pick in the second round. Let me see, y'all. Hampton or Ursery, Colston Loveland. Get your edge right now. Call it a day. Shamar Stewart, Walter Nolan. I don't want a tight end that just had shoulder surgery. He did just have shoulder surgery. That is true. That's why he didn't work out at the combine. Now look to trade 61 down to now. I look to trade 61 down to 70. Take the linebacker. Plenty of running backs. You only act like we only get one pick. I know we got to pick something. We got 3 minutes left. I think I might take an edge, man. I think I might take an edge. Shamar Stewart won't be there, but if he is, we will sprint the car. I think he might be there because he didn't do shit in college. He didn't produce in college. He got like 5 sacks in his college career. He got like a sack and a half a year, something crazy like that. He is all projection and athleticism and not production, but he's someone a lot of teams will be willing to take a chance on. Ursery is 6'6", 330 that run. I think Ariante Ursery is the pick here, guys. So if we draft, all right, come on, scouts, area scouts, pitch in. If we draft Ariante Ursery, what are we doing? Sliding him in at right tackle. We putting him at left tackle. Where are we starting Ariante Ursery if we make this pick here, guys? We got 2 minutes. We drafted Ariante Ursery. Where are we playing him day one? Is that our right tackle? Is that our left tackle? Are we putting him at left and sliding Coleman to right or to? I think the team likes Coleman at tackle for whatever reason, man. I think the team likes it. If he's the left tackle, that's the pick. If he's going to start at left tackle, that's the pick. Locking it in, send the card in. We're drafting Ariante Ursery at pick number 29. Welcome to the Washington Commanders, y'all. Everybody, daps and pounds in the war room. We just got us a big ass athletic tackle, big freaky dancing bear tackle. Let's move on to the next round. We BPA in this draft. No, Marion Hampton to the Raiders. Okay, Gray Zabel to the Saints. Jihad Campbell to the Jets. Milrow just went to the Raiders. Isaiah Bond, Shamar Stewart off the board. Quinshawn Judkins off the board. Harris off the board. Uh-oh. Azariah Thomas, Jaden Higgins. Oh, this next pick's going to get interesting. This is going to get interesting. Let's see. I don't think I'm trading out of here, but let's see. They want us to go back 11 picks and give up our 7th rounder. I'm going to pass on that. And I'm going to pass on that. Yeah, we don't want any of them. We don't want either of your picks. Let's look at the board now, y'all. We are sitting here at, what are we, 59, 58? 61, I'm tripping. 61. We're now in the second round. We went tackle first round. Travion Henderson's on the board. I'm not going to hold you. I want to hear y'all's pitches for these other players like a JT Tuimalau and Princely. I want to hear your pitches for these other players, but I'm not going to hold you. I know who I'm picking here. And it's going to be without question. I'm sprinting that Travion Henderson card in this bitch right now. But let me hear him. Let me hear it. Why shouldn't we take Travion Henderson here? Someone sell me on why we should not take Travion Henderson at this pick. Sell me. I like Virginia Tech's running back, but he's fumbled the ball a lot in the last couple seasons, and it gives me Antonio Gibson. He fast as shit, though. We need a dynamic offense. Exactly. So you get a left tackle in the first round in Ariante Ursery and Travion in the second round. That offense is looking spicy, man. The offense is looking spicy. Let me look at the receivers. They said, show me the receivers. Let's see what receivers on the board still. Y'all boy Savion, Restrepo, Tez Johnson's little short, not 40 fast. Jalen Royals, my guy. Kyron Lacey to crash out. Torrey Hort, Caden Prather. I'm guessing Ty Felton's still available as well. There's enough here on the receiver board that I could pass on receiver right now. And running back, we got Caleb. I like Caleb Johnson, but I like Travion Henderson better. Scatterbo, Giddens, Baishul Tootin, 40-yard minutes. Ollie Gordon. My guy Mananga out of Rutgers. Devin Neal, Rocket, Raheem Sanders, the Gamecock. There's still a bunch of talent at running back, but all talent is not created equal. I am drafting Travion Henderson with this pick, y'all. What about y'all? Y'all cool with Travion? That boy Todd McShay and Daniel Jeremiah said not only is he fast, he is the best pass blocking running back they've ever seen in their life. Imanwari, he lit up the combine the other day. I don't even know if he's going to make it to 29 anymore. We're drafting Travion Henderson here, guys. We got our running back. We got our speedster to pair up with B-Rob and Eckler if the running back room is going to stand that way. Washington picks up again. We pick again soon. What do we pick it? Our third round picks, 79? I would like an edge here, but we're going to see what's on the board. I don't know if I'm interested in these trade backs right now. Hold up. Okay, go back 4. Go back 4. And then you pick up 122 as a pick swap, 122 and 197. I think I'm taking this one. Hold on, let me see. I like that. Now I'm cool on that. We want shit right now. Well, hey, I like this trade back, man. I like this trade back. What y'all think? What y'all think? Kyle Kennard? That's what I'm thinking if he's still on that board. That's what I was thinking. It feels like a good time for an edge. People are going to bypass his production and say he ran a 4.7. That's a dog. The Watt brothers run 4.7s. I'm not tripping on that. Myles Garrett ran like a 4.64. I'm not tripping on the 40-yard time for an edge rusher. I think I'm taking this trade back, man. Higgins is off the board already. Jaden Higgins is off the board. He went in round 2. I think I'm taking this trade, y'all. I think I'm taking this trade. I like Xavier Watts, but I like what we got. I like Ariante Ursery and Travion Henderson to start this draft. We're taking it. Move a couple back, and let's see what this board look like. Let's see what this. Now we're not going back anymore. Denzel Burke, like him. Barrett Carter, my boy Jalen Royals. I think it's time to draft. Like, I don't want to say we have to draft a defensive player here, but it would probably be best if we found an edge here because I don't want to go any later looking for an edge. Let me see. Let me see what's on this board right now. Let me scroll down faster than this. God damn. Why ain't you letting me scroll down faster than? There go y'all boy Scatterbo still on the board. Jordan Birch out of Oregon. What y'all like here, man? What y'all like here right now? I like Joshua Farmer, the defensive tackle. Billy Bowman, the safety out of Oklahoma. He's a dog. Billy Bowman, good. And he had a good-ass combine. We can add another athlete in that room. we finna go offense. Y'all want a receiver? Because ultimately we did say best player available. So we do not have to force a defensive player here. I like Farmer. Let me go back up the list now. Let me start at the top of the list. What y'all thinking right now? There has to be a better way for them to do this. Good God. They not letting me scroll like I want to. What are we fucking doing? What y'all thinking for this spot, y'all? Fill me in. Let me see in the chat what we thinking. Offense again. Torrey Horton Jr., he's a dog. Lacey, it feels early for Kyron Lacey. You know? It feels a little bit early for the guy that fled a scene that someone died in. And it feels a little early for that. Ty Felton, edge or corner. Now we have late round safety sitting now. Kyron Lacey. It feels a little early for Lacey, man. I don't know. Let me look at the receivers. Let me look at the receivers and the tight ends. Let me look at them. I like Royal. If I'm going receiver, I'm going Royals, Horton, or Felton. Royals, Prather. Noel had a good combine, but he's on the smaller side. Y'all boy Ricky White. Somebody mentioned him in the chat earlier. Now we're going down too far now. Let me see what tight ends are on the board. Gunner had a nasty combine, but I like him as a tight end. You could probably get one of these guys a little bit later, to be perfectly honest. Let me see. Edge. Let me see what they got edge right now. The Louisville dude, he's not that athletic, but he's productive and he's solid. You know, maybe we don't even have a first round pick. Maybe we traded for Myles Garrett, but no, in this situation, we did not. We got to get an edge out of this class too, though, man. David Walker's good. Ashton Gallot is good. He's just not that athletic. I want an athletic guy. Denzel Burke, the cornerback. What y'all thinking? How about corner? Let's assume that we signed a cornerback in free agency, like a starting corner. So this would be more like I like Zy Alexander, the VTech kid, Dorian Strong, Kobe Bryant. Oh, I like Kobe Bryant. I like Kobe out of Kansas. Kobe's a dog. What we thinking? What we thinking? The Oregon, y'all like Jordan Birch, Ty Felton, like that, bruh. Late round draft, safety Gabe Taylor is worth the pick. I don't know. I don't think Gabe Taylor's getting drafted. I'm not drafting guys just because he was Sean Taylor's brother. All respect and love to the Taylor family. He's like an undersized safety. He might not get drafted. Barrett Carter, Denzel Burke. I like Denzel Burke. I like Burke and I like Kobe Bryant, or I like the receivers. So receiver versus corner. Receiver, corner, defensive tackle. What we thinking? Barrett Carter, good though. Barrett Carter, he good. You know what? We do need a defensive tackle because we are about to use. But Johnny Newton's supposed to be that though. I want him to be able to be the answer there. I want him to be able to be the answer there because I'd feel very stupid if we took a second round rotational defensive tackle. Thoughts, man. What are we doing? We finna go offense one more time? We offense one more time or Kobe Bryant? Too early for Billy Bowman, but he nice. I think Bowman off the board. Oh, this might be someone watching it who came in later. What are we doing, guys? We got to make a pick. We got to turn the card in here, guys. What are we doing? Go Kobe? I like Kobe, man. I like Kobe Bryant, bro. Kobe a dog. If you're not hip, Kobe Bryant's a dog. I'm not saying that because his name is Kobe Bryant. He's a dog. I like him. I like him. We're going corner. We're going corner here. And we're not going Burke. I don't want to. Oh, no, Billy Bowman is still there. Hold up. He's still there. He is still on the board. But nah, we're going to go Kobe, not Bean Bryant. Here we go. And it's about to be a long ass wait until we pick again. A long ass wait. Long ass wait. We done win. Offense. I mean, we went offense, defense. And I'm not mad at it. This is what we've done in the draft so far. We've picked. Oh, no. We just added a pick, right? We got another pick coming up. We got 122. We've added Ariante Ursary, the tackle out of Minnesota, who just had a very good day at the combine the other day. Running back Travion Henderson. That is going to be our starting running back going forward. And we added cornerback Kobe Bryant. Now let's see what's on the board from here. Do y'all want to trade back 24 picks to add 146 and 157? We probably got to look at the board first. Let's see. We need something in the defensive trenches, but we're not going to force it. Tyler Barron, I'm interested. But all right, Billy Bowman is on the board, the safety. We got the edge out of Central Arkansas, David Walker, Tyler Barron, Darius Alexander, the D tackle out of Toledo. We need something in the trenches here. We need something in the trenches here, but we don't have to draft something in the trenches. But we kind of see it's hard to do this shit because we don't know what the fuck the team's gonna do in free agency. So if they signed back Dante Fowler and added another starting edge rusher caliber player, it's like we didn't necessarily need to come out. You can never get enough edges, but you don't have to if you took care of all of that in free agency. Or, for example, if we drafted or if we traded for Myles Garrett or something. But what are we thinking here, y'all? What are we thinking here? Take the trade. The trade back look kind of nice. It's more picks. What we thinking? Let me see the trade offer. One more time. I think we got multiple. Nope, we got one offer. One offer from the stupid ass Jets. I think I'm taking it. 146 and 157. Give it to me. Let's go. We added more picks. So we're adding more to the total draft stock. Let's go. And look, a lot of the guys may be still there by the time we get back on this board. Let's see. Hey, what round do y'all start looking at a kicker? Man? What round do y'all start looking at a kicker for this team? Here we go. Look at Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. That boy about to go smooth undrafted. Demetrius Knight Jr. is a dog ass linebacker. You can get a D tackle out of Oregon. What are we thinking with this pick? What are we thinking with this pick? We just said fuck edge. We just said fuck edge this draft. I don't care, bro. I like what we've done. I like what we've done so far. I ain't tripping. I like the linebacker out of Notre Dame. Rocket Raheem Sanders. We already got a speedster running back. So in case I want to double dip, I don't want two speedsters. We got to mix it. Ooh, Dylan Sampson, though. Dylan Sampson smooth on the board still. Ooh. Ooh. Dylan Sampson is a dog. I like Dylan Sampson a whole lot. Let me see. Let me see what's here at edge. Ooh, I like the guy out of Minnesota, Ja Joyner. Ja Joyner. Hey, his relative athletic score was only a 7. Interesting. Johnny Walker out of Missouri. Why is Johnny Walker out of Missouri way down at 228? He's good. What we thinking here? I like the South Carolina linebacker. I'm not going to hold you. I like him a lot. And Bobby Wagner ain't getting no younger. How confident are y'all that Jordan McGee is finna be him and is the successor at linebacker? What up, Charles? What up, Charles? We got Ariante Ursary, Travion Henderson, Kobe Bryant, and so far. And we made a couple trade backs, and we got a couple picks coming up in this draft. Edge, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10 confident. Harold Perkins. Perkins in this draft? I don't think Perkins is in this draft. Oladejo, I could check. I feel like we're straight. I feel like we're straight. Oladejo out of UCLA. I didn't know he started as an off-ball backer. I like the Minnesota and the UCLA edge. Y'all want Oladejo here? What D tackles are available? I believe the kid from Oregon. We got the kid from Oregon, Indiana, Ole Miss. I maybe hit edge first. What y'all think? Yeah, he has one more year left at LSU. That's what I thought. Oladejo sounds like a great name too. That's part of it. It doesn't matter. It's just like the face test. Like when some players, like me in the group chat, we be like, he good, but he don't pass the face test. Fuck it, we go Oladejo here. I'm not gonna hold you. If Dylan Sampson stays on that board, I may have to consider double dipping at running back. Because look, there's still some running backs on the board. Kyle Monangai, that's who I like. Rutgers, if I was to add a second back. Dylan Sampson, Jordan James, RJ Harvey still there. Like, I'm not even mad at you if we double dip, but you know, the defense needs some help too. But we going best player available. So far we've got Ursary, Henderson, Bryant, Sadeo. So we got 2 offensive players, 2 defensive players. Tight end, I would consider a tight end right now. I need a tight end on this roster, man. Yeah, Oladejo's dope. Trade for Harold Landry, pass rusher. Harold Landry's a dog. I wonder what that cost is going to be. I wonder what the cost for Harold Landry is going to be. I heard some rumor that the Giants are trying to trade up the 1 and Harold Landry could be involved in the trade. I don't know. People just be saying anything. You have to be very careful on Elon Musk app right now because everybody just be throwing stories out. Everybody has sources. Everybody is an NFL insider and just be making shit up. Don't be getting NBA centelled by some of these guys, man. Dylan Sampson is my top back along with Bashel Tootin. I like Bashel, but he fumbles too much. Travion, 202 pounds. Donovan Edwards, 206 pounds. Both have injury history and are the same speed. True. I like Travion, though. I love Travion. I would add another back. I wouldn't be mad. Let me see if there's any tight ends available because somebody got to get added to this room. We got the Clemson kid, Mitchell Evans out of Notre Dame, Luke Lachey. You know how I feel. I love Iowa players, man. Iowa players are at minimum solid in the league. They're usually good in Iowa tight ends. Eurosec was supposed to be good moving from Stanford to Georgia, but he never really panned out to be the greatest. I liked him at Stanford. Luke Lachey, tight end, Iowa. Y'all want to make the pick for a tight end? Let's see what y'all want right now. We got the linebacker from Oregon. We got a couple running backs that I would consider drafting to continue. Wesley built the room. B-Rob finna be gone next year. This is last year on his contract. I like having multiple young running backs. I'd consider running back again. What y'all thinking right now? Check the receivers. Yeah, we didn't draft the receiver yet. I'm wilding. I forgot. San Jose State kid, Jimmy Horn Jr., the UCF. Elijah Badger. Yeah, he was looking all right at the combine. 9.4 relative athletic score. Big boy, 6'1", 200. Hey, if we were to go receivers, this would be my pick. He looks more than athletic enough. I was watching him and his teammate at the combine. What y'all thinking? Safety. Oh yeah, we gotta look at safety too. I need me a free. Maxon Hook is dope. Keep it in the Maryland family. Trader Jr. We got any Terps fans in the chat? Definitely not drafting Shiloh Sanders, sorry ass. Shiloh ass, bro. Not even the Deion Sanders Coach Prime PR program is getting Shiloh drafted on day 1 or 2. I mean, day 2 or probably day 3 of the NFL draft. What y'all think? I like the Maryland safety and I like Hook. I like Badger if we go wide receiver. Size and speed. We need a height, weight, speed guy. Big no on Shiloh. Big no on Shiloh. Arizona State Badger. Jimmy Horn Jr. I don't know. Everybody likes Jimmy Horn Jr. I don't know why he doesn't do it for me. Shiloh not gonna get it done, man. Shiloh is the defensive equivalent to Thaddeus Moss. You know, he ain't starting in college football without his brother and his father being attached to him. If we keeping it a buck, Dante Trader or Badger. Yeah, Prather gone. Yeah, Prather's good. I like Felton better than Prather. What y'all think? Jimmy got speed, but there's better talent. What y'all thinking, man? I say Badger or the safety. Let me see what we got at what's gonna call it? Or the tight end. Do we want Luke Lachey? What we doing here, y'all? We got 2 minutes left on the clock. What we doing here? Rashard Smith, a possession guy. Thad Moss was a good comp. Man, the same person. Famous dads, not that good, not very athletic. It's crazy for Deion to be like one of the most athletic corners we've ever seen. He got some unathletic ass kids. Shiloh and Shador slow as shit. Shador got like a woman lower body. Boy got childbirth in the hips, and he moves like he's running in sand. Like, for him to be so athletic, why is kids so slow? That boy ain't never made his kids run a 40 in their life. That shit is crazy, bro. Lachey could be the next John Bates if we don't keep him. I think John Bates has a market. Apparently, he's a hot commodity in this league. Give me my tight end, man. Give me my tight end because that position matters, man. I might want one earlier than this. We're back on the board again, right? Are we back on the board again? Nope, we're not. Now we can start going for some more skill players. Wide receiver, safety. Wide receiver, safety, and if certain running backs are on the board, I got to add another one. I gotta add another one. Nice little two-headed rookie running back combo to go with B-Rob and Eckler. I like that. This nigga Dion got very unathletic children. The genetics stopped with him. Well, they look like they daddy, but they don't run like one. That boy Shador got a Medea lower bottom, lower half. Boy, slow as shit. Shiloh is slow as hell. That's their mother's genes. They not full-blooded Deion Sanders. Yeah, you right. You right. That's crazy, man. All right, we back on the board. We back on the board now. Jordan James is still there. How big is the Missouri receiver? 6'2", 202. I like the size. I like the size. Devin Neal still. Hey. Listen, man. Listen, I'm not gonna hold y'all, bro. That Devin Neal, Travion Henderson backfield, that shit sound kind of fire, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. Devin Neal and Travion, that's fun, bro. That's a fun backfield. And Devin Neal he comes from an RPO read option type offense. So he's like the perfect back to complement. Ooh. That means we would have to make a decision with Eckler and B-Rob, and I'm not mad at it. Let's see what else we got, but I love Devin Neal here. Imagine the two-back set with Devin Neal and Travion Henderson like we was doing with Eckler and B-Rob. That's a good time right there. My boy, the Toledo safety, my boy Hook's still on the board. Maryland safety still there. How many picks we got left? Because I'm not gonna hold you. I'm finishing every mock draft this offseason with a kicker. How many picks we got left? Is this our last pick? No, this is our penultimate pick of this draft. So we have to make this one count. Not gonna hold you. I'm probably taking a kicker with the last pick, depending on who's on the board. I'm taking Devin Neal here, y'all. I don't know. Let me see what wide receivers are left. Jimmy Horn's there. Jimmy Horn like 5'9", right? 5'8", 170. He is a dog, though. What did he run? What did Horn run? He ran like a 4.4, right? He didn't run 4.3, right? What did Jimmy Horn Jr. run on the other day? Rashard Smith. I ain't even mean to shit on their genetics, bro. They probably both going to the league. All his kids going to the league and doing something, man. I ain't even trying to hate. I'm just saying, why the fuck fast ass Dion? Why are none of his sons fast? He ran a 4.46. He plays faster than that. See, the draft is weird. The draft is very weird, bro. Especially when it comes to this running shit. There's a big difference between football fast. Like Matthew Golden don't look as fast as he looks. Jimmy Horn looks fast as shit. Like Jimmy Horn plays way faster than Matthew Golden on an actual football field. Some of this shit is deceiving, y'all. Some of this shit is big deceiving. What are we thinking here? What are we thinking here, guys? Jaquavius. I don't feel like I could draft Jaquavius Marks because I hate what his parents did to him. Why are you naming your son Jaquavius? Yo, sometimes us black people, we got to be stopped, bro. Sometimes at the hospital, they got to bring the birth certificate back to you and say, y'all really going to do this to this kid, man? This kid got no choice but to be a professional athlete. Joe apostrophe Quavius. Like, come on, man. We got to do better. We got to do better with our children, man. Calling out roll call in class. Is Jaquavius? Who's Jaquavius? Like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Also, you're allowed to change your name at 18, bro. Like, if your name is crazy, like I remember one time I went out to eat and my waitress name was Aquanisha. Aquanisha. And she was the sweetest girl. And I was like, damn, your parents hate you. Your parents hate you. Jaquavius, Aquanisha. Come on, y'all. Back on topic, though. Back on topic. I go off on tangents, man. I be wilding sometimes. What are we doing here, y'all? What are we doing here, y'all? What guards are available? We're looking interior. Let's see. Willie Lampkin out of North Carolina. I really have a feeling that we're gonna shore up the line in free agency, and I'm moving with that assumption that we're going to do so. All right, Devin Neal. Big Dick in the room says Devin Neal. Last pick in the draft. I might not go kicker, y'all. So we got 2 running backs. Let me go over our picks before we make this last pick. We got 2 running backs. We got Travion and Devin Neal. We got Kobe Bryant. So we dipped from Kansas twice. We got Olafemi Oladejo and Luke Lachey. What are we thinking here for this final pick? Let's not pick a kicker. Let's assume these kicker fuckers are going to be available as UDFAs, undrafted free agents. What are we doing with this last pick? Let's see. We got a defensive tackle out of Tulane. What are y'all thinking for this final pick for Mr. Irrelevant for this squad this year? What are we thinking? Y'all want to pick Shiloh? Just kidding. Just kidding. Shiloh Sanders. Let's see receivers. Will Shepard, the other Colorado kid. Why does Will Shepard not get any hype? He's like a good height, weight, speed guy. Why does Will Shepard not get spoken about like Jimmy Horn? He's like 6'3" and is fast. Why does nobody talk about him? What are we thinking for this last pick? Might as well go wide receiver. Will Shepard. I like Will Shepard. Corner. Stackhouse is a nose tackle. Shit, we could use one of those. I feel like that's the problem with Dan Quinn's defense. Like, we don't never have like a big ass space eating, big pot roast body type person there. Because I love Dan Quinn. Something that never comes with Dan Quinn is run defense. At some point, we got to be able to stop that shit. Edwards, Shepard. Hey, I wouldn't be mad at a nose, like a nose. Big space eater, big fat boy. Yep. Low res, 330 pounds. That's my type of guy. Big nose. I don't know. I like that pick. What are we thinking? Kicker. I think the kickers are going to be on the board. I think we're going to be able to make some phone calls. I think as soon as we turn this card in, we can start making some calls and get ready. Stackhouse is terrible. I mean, when you're picking in the 7th round of the draft, I mean, it's slim pickings. Man. Who retired? Jimmy Johnson just retired. The coach in media, he retired from media? Is that what we're talking about? Albert Hainsworth trash. Fuck it, put Shiloh at nose. You know what? Andre Borregales, my default last pick of the draft every time. We got ourselves a kicker, god damn it. All right, let's get the big view and let's see what our draft look like. Let's see what our draft look like with the horizontal view. Let's see. This is mock draft 1.0 with chat. Mock draft Mondays are officially back in full effect over this joint right now. Don't get too emotional about mock drafts that we're doing in March because we don't even know what the team looks like. We don't even know what our additions are going to be added, but this is what we came up with as a collective, y'all. Ariante Ursery. Ariante is a kind of a crazy name, too. There's crazy names all over the place, bro. Ariante, Travion, but with the V capitalized like compound V from the boys. Kobe spelled Cobee. We got the freakiest name draft you've ever seen in your life. And then there's guys like Luke and Devin. But we went with a starting tackle in the 1st round of the draft. Starting running back Travion Henderson, that's a burner and a pass blocking demon in the second round. Gave him a running mate later in the draft as well. Kobe Bryant, good size cornerback. Olufemi Oladeju out the edge. So we got something in the trenches because I know people are going to be like, nigga, you did not draft anything in the trenches. You know, we got to tackle in an edge. We got to tackle in an edge. We got an Iowa product at tight end, and I will never look against an Iowa product, especially at the tight end position. That boy be coaching over there in Iowa. Devin Neal. So we got a bit of a 1-2 punch at running back, and we can start building for life without Eckler and Brian Robinson. You're never going to have to convince me to go younger at some of these positions. Young weapons with Jaden Daniels, I'm all here for it. And we ended the draft with Andres Borregales, the kicker from Miami. This is how we did on our first mock as a team, y'all. Hampton went before we got off our second pick, man. I'm so mad we passed on a Sanders kid. Yep, we could have got one of these unathletic Sanderses. We'll bring on Deion Jr. to come work for our content team since that's what he does. Deion Jr. not even an athlete, bro. There ain't a speck of athleticism in Deion's gene pool. Deion just like me for real. Some reason Kobe reminds me of Forbes. He don't remind me of Forbes, but I hate that. I hate that. Start that joint over. Y'all want to run back one more? Y'all want to run back that one more? Rio would fit in. Shit. Ariante Ursery, Trayvon, they coming in and smoking for this offense. They coming in and smoking for this offense. Ariante coming in the best tackle on the team immediately. Let's run it back one more time. We got time for one more. Also, I'm going to be doing this tonight on Jalen's channel, so make sure y'all follow up my boy Stunner, Jalen Morgan. I'll be on his channel at 7:30, I believe. We're going to be doing the same thing on his channel. I'm a timing person, and ultimately, I feel like it makes so much more sense that I started fucking with mocks and doing this team after the combine. After the combine, now it feels a lot more fun to talk about the draft. Let's see how this one starts. Okay, so we got Cam and then Shador, so it switched up. So a little bit more realistic to start up this one. Who are we hoping falls to 29 this time? Who are we hoping? Tyler Booker. Tyler Booker just had one of the worst combines, and it don't even matter, bro. He's just a good-ass offensive lineman. Who cares? Some guys, it doesn't matter what they put up at the combine, like, to be totally honest. Yo, PFN do not fuck with Colston Loveland at all. They don't fuck with Colston Loveland at all. Trade back 6 and get a second next year. I think I'm going to pass on that. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I don't know why the fuck the Giants would do this, but y'all want to get silly? Y'all want to get silly with it and take this unrealistic ass trade the Giants are offering us? What y'all think, man? Why the fuck would our divisional rivals offer us this? Oh, well, they might love someone and want them, but that's fire. That you have to take. If someone offers this, you have to take it. You have to take it. Let me see. I don't think there's anyone on the board that would make me say fuck this trade. Cam Williams, the tackle from Texas, I like him a lot. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. We gotta take that. We gotta take that, champ. Thank you, New York Giants, for being kind to us. I don't know why you would do this. Giants wilding, but hey, we here though. All right, so we got more takers. So all our ops are trying to trade with it. Now the Bears want us to go 5 back, and they want to give us 72. Oh, you take this too. Why are our ops being so kind to us? What are we missing here, guys? What are we missing here? I don't think that trade last year would ever prohibit. A good businessman is a good businessman. You would still on draft night trade with your ops if you felt like the deal was good. I feel like we got to take this one again. I feel like we got to take it again. That's a good trade. That's a good trade. Counter that for what? That's a good ass trade. Mike Green's on the board. Mike Green's on the board. Ursery again. Omarion Hampton. Omarion Hampton. What do they want us to move back? 5 more picks? I think I might take this Bears trade. Man. That's a good trade, bro. So We're giving one of our sevens up, and we're going back 5 picks, and we're adding a 3rd round. Oh, nigga, what? Ryan Pohl's still stupid. I see. Ryan Pohl's still dumb as shit. Still dumb as shit. All right. Let's see what's available to us now. We're done trading back. We done traded back twice. Y'all already know where I'm going with this pick. Y'all already know where I'm going with this pick. No need for deliberation. Give me my running back 1 off the early. Come on down, Omarion Hampton. We got big picks now. We got hella picks coming up now. Let me see. We got 61, 65, 72, and 79. That would mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks in the top 100 because we traded back twice. Now we can put some shit up for debate when what we're thinking with this next pick. Now I'm cool. No more trading back. We got 5 in the top 100 now. Deon Walker. Azariah Thomas, the corner out of Florida State. Okay. TJ Sanders out of South Carolina. Mason Taylor at tight end. Our boy Savion Williams. My boy Kyle Kennard at the edge. I like Kennard, man. I like Kennard. And how fitting it would be that the thumbnail is Kyle Kennard and Omarion Hampton. And that's what we circled back to start this draft. Jaden Higgins. What we doing, y'all? What we doing? Hampton just saved me. Who we thinking here, man? Azariah Thomas. Oh, he's a dog. I'm thinking Thomas, Deon Walker, or Kyle Kennard. I like Princely, but Princely Uman Milan. Mason Taylor gonna have a hard time in the league with what his aunt doing over there at Fox Sports 1. Yeah, if he's a bitch, he not worried about what his aunt doing. That ain't gonna affect this game. Hey, bring his aunt on down to the DMV. People gonna be people, man. Women going women. Mason Taylor be all right. Mason Taylor be too busy getting hoes to worry about what his aunt doing. What y'all thinking, man? Thomas might be better at safety. He looks like a Dan Quinn corner, though. I like Kyle Kennard. What we thinking? Y'all? Let's make a pick. Deon Walker, Azariah Thomas. It's another Negro ass name. Azariah, and then you apostrophe the H at the end. Who we going, y'all? We going Mason Taylor. We going Kyle Kennard. We going Deon Walker, Azariah Thomas. What we doing, y'all? Bring Fat Boy Walker, Kennard. Pick Walker. Kennard will be there at 65. Oh, yeah, we picking again in a couple picks. Let's go Walker, y'all. Let's go Walker or Thomas. Y'all. Walker not supposed to be here. He's not supposed to be here. Come on down. He's interchangeable. He's versatile. Come on down. We back on the board in a couple. Look, we right back on the board now. We got Omarion Hampton and Deon Walker. And we still got a bunch of shit left on this board. Look, we still got Princely up here, TJ Sanders, Mason Taylor, Kyle Kennard. Kyle Kennard's still there. Or do we want Jaden Higgins, who probably shouldn't be here at this point? Y'all want a 6'4" speedster receiver, or y'all want an edge that fits perfectly into Dan Quinn's scheme in Kyle Kennard? What we thinking? I don't know why Judkins is there. Can you imagine Omarion Hampton and Judkins? Higgins, Emory Jones from LSU, the tackle. I feel like Kennard is good value here, man. Great value. No Walmart. Yeah, go Kennard. I like him, and I don't care about his 40 time. He's a dog. Look at that. Look, this is how you finish a stream up. You put both guys that are on the thumbnail on the final mock draft we're doing today. Omarion Hampton and Kyle Kennard. Come on, goddamn that. Why are Henderson and Judkins on the board still? Why are they wilding like that? Okay, so we got 2 trench pieces for the defensive side of the ball and a running back so far. Now let's get some weapons, man. Mason Taylor is there. And I would love to have Mason Taylor. But why are Judkins and Henderson on the board? I'm going to act like they not there because true. This is true. But once that run on running back starts, it's going to be Is Higgins still there? Let's see what wide receivers are here because we need to give Deebo and Terry some friends. We need to give them some friends. All right, I'm up for somebody sell me. I like Torrey Holton. I like Ty Felton. I like Kyron Lacy later. Tez Johnson. I like how he plays football. 4.55 at 150 pounds is kind of scary. What we thinking here? Y'all? So if we do draft Mason Taylor, let's draft a wide receiver here. Ty Felton, I like Ty Felton. Jalen Noel, nice little slot receiver. He lit it. Him and his teammate lit it up at the combine. What are we thinking? Is Lacy going to play or be in court? That's a great ass question. That's a great ass question, bro. Him and Jaden, instant connection. This don't feel a little early for him. I think since there aren't as many great tight ends, maybe receiver here. Ty Felton got good size for his speed. His hands aren't the best. I think Torrey Horton. Torrey Horton's a dog. Torrey Horton is a dog, man. And despite this last season, he has very good production in his career so far. Look at that, 6'2", 196, 9.7 relative athletic score. Hey, man. I like Torrey Horton, man. I like it. Prather got good size on him, too. He got really good size on him. What did Prather run? Not that that's the end-all, be-all. What did he run, 4.5? Because if he ran 4.5, that's plenty enough speed. Jalen Noel, nice, man. I know he's another smaller receiver at 5'10", 190, but he's nice, man. He's good. Them Iowa State receivers are good. Both of them. Both. BOAF. Both. What happened with Tez? Nah, he just ran a nasty 40 to be tiny. Like, you can't be 150 and running 4.5. Like, that's kind of crazy. What we doing? Yeah, Alec Aomenor already off the board. I love him. I would have sprinted that card in. Let me tell you. But Ted's going to be nice, though. Bo Nix. Out there with Bo Nix, that would be a very good landing spot for him. Now, Denver, I think Denver would be a fire-ass destination for Travion Henderson. I think he could go be Alvin Kamara for Sean Payton and Bo Nix and them. He would have his Costco version of Breeze Kamara over there. Taylor or Lacy. Check the O-line. Oh, yeah. I forgot we haven't hit that yet. We haven't hit the O-line yet. Let's see. Anthony Belton over here. Let me see what they got at guard. Tate Rutledge, the most athletic lineman ever. I wouldn't be mad at it. Tate Rutledge just had like the best combine for an offensive lineman ever. He went great athletic as shit. I swear he got like a 9.9 athletic score. See, 9.98 athletic score. Hey, Sam Cosme, while you're recovering, Allegretti is not great at left guard. I wouldn't be mad at Tate Rutledge right here, man. Tate Rutledge, anybody? Can I sell you on Tate Rutledge? He do got hair, too. Tate Rutledge, he got the mullet, right? That boy Tate Rutledge, athletic as a bitch. That's business in the front, party in the back. That's Big Joe Dirt right there. That's Joe Dirt on HGH right there, man. Go ahead, come on down, Tate. I know my boy Rico, Street Scores, will be very excited about that. We got another pick coming up in 7 picks. So if we trade it back twice, you get all these picks inside the top 100. We're back on the board one more time. Fuck off, Baltimore. Damn, this draft hates Quinshon Judkins. Let's act like Judkins is not there because I ain't going to hold you. I would probably pick him. Mason Taylor still on the board. Tight end, anybody? tight end, and we still got wide receivers. We don't pick again to the 7th round, so we got to make this pick count. We got to make this pick count, y'all. We got Omarion Hampton, Deion Walker, Kyle Kennard, and Tate Rutledge so far. We got to make this pick count because it's the penultimate pick of this here draft. What are we thinking here? Best player available, Mason Taylor. Barrett Carter's on the board. Swessinger out of UCLA. We got the defensive trenches out the way. Luther Ransom, I love the safety out of Ohio State. Love that safety. Josiah Stewart, if you wanted to double dip at edge. Gunnar Helm, who had a nasty a nasty combine because he hurt his ankle or something. Still got a couple corners on the board. Let's look at the corners. Let's look at the corners and the safeties. Strong, Kobe, Hancock, Burke, Zai. At safety, my boy Luther Ransom, who I would love that. Malachi Moore out of Alabama is a dog. Hey, Malachi Moore, I wouldn't be mad at either, bro. I wouldn't be mad at Malachi Moore, Luther Ransom, but Mason Taylor would be our BPA according to this board. Barrett Carter is a dog. I think Barrett Carter I would be in for too. Him and Jaden. Jaden do need somebody he used to play with, man. T. Higgins officially got franchise tag. We all saw that coming, right? The deadline is what, tomorrow? Tomorrow? Yep, I seen T. Higgins just tweeted out the word tag. Corner. What y'all thinking here? What y'all thinking here, man? Jack Beck out of TCU. Another, the Maryland boys are still there. This is our last pick before the 7th round, man. We got to make this one count. Is it Mason Taylor? Is Mason Taylor the guy? Are we putting our trust in Mason Taylor to be our next inline tight end? Tomorrow at 4 p.m. is the deadline. Thank you for that. I appreciate you for that clarification. Jack, good size speed. Higgins was supposed to be our guy. Higgins was never supposed to be our guy. That was fans were hoping for that, but that's fans. That's us fans. Like Higgins was going to have like 8 teams going at him, and it was going to be very hard to acquire T. Higgins. Told y'all, don't go in with your heart set on a specific player. Would you say Kyle Kennard's comp is that of him? Yes, that's exactly the type of player I see Kyle Kennard being. That's why I say he's a perfect Dan Quinn guy. That's exactly what he plays like. It's got to be Mason Taylor. It's got to be Mason Taylor. Here you go. You have a tight end now. You have an inline young tight end that you played football with. Most receptions in LSU history in a season for a tight end. Shout out to Mason Taylor. And our last pick is going to be in the 7th round. I like this class. This class is lit. Hampton, Walker, Kennard, that's good value. Taylor at 79. Tate Rutledge, the most athletic interior lineman the combine's ever seen. And we're going to finish this whole out in a second. See what's on the board once we get there. Oh, damn, I put that shit on. Can you fast forward this shit? Can you speed past all this? Because I put that whole on slow. I put it on slow. You can't change the speed of the draft while you're already in it. Because I'm not about to sit here while this shit does all that. Nah, bro. This is the class right here, bro. Imagine that we picked the 7th round pick. This is our class. Throw in a kicker or a wide receiver in the 7th round of the draft. Maybe one of the Colorado kids or something. But had a good time on the mock draft simulator, man. Slay is retiring. Is he retiring or is he keeping it going? Yeah, we'll say like Will Shepard was the final pick or a kicker. But that's what it is, man. That's what the Pro Football Network mock draft simulator is talking about right now. T. Higgins was just tagged. Trey Smith was tagged. That's why I say when you look at the early list on top candidates that are available during free agency, you need to let the offseason play out a little bit because a lot of these guys are not even going to be available when it is time. Not even going to be available, man. This was fun, though. Oh, I want a kicker. Whether that be a 7th round pick or an undrafted free agent. Okay, so let me throw out some hypotheticals at y'all now. What if they did a Ron Rivera. You know, when we traded up for a long snapper. What if we did that and let's say we get a fifth back for Jonathan Allen? What if they wanted to take a kicker in the fifth round? Or what if they traded up for a kicker in like the fifth round? How would that make y'all feel? What up, Chef Dre? What up, Chef Dre? Chef Dre was our chief Deebo Samuel's correspondent during the season because he cooks for Deebo Samuel. What a world and a small world it is that Deebo Samuel is now a 49er. Can you say you've got any reaction from Deebo so far? Has he said anything to you about how ecstatic he is to be here? And I know y'all had some conversation. I already know Dre was in that joint mixing it up during the season. What are Deebo's thoughts on coming to DC, man? And what would y'all feel if we took a kicker like before the seventh round? If the kicker good, I'm not tripping, bro. I don't ever want to have kicker problems ever again. Like, do you realize we made it to the NFC Championship while going through 7 kickers in one season? Whether it was injuries, it was being ass, court cases. We done went through the whole ringer of kicker in 2024, and I never want to do that again. I never want to do that again. I'm not saying pick a kicker on day 2. That feels egregious, but we definitely need one of them, man. Who's talking? They're talking about 4th and a 6th rounder for Allen. Who talking? Because if they talking about that, that's a home run. You pop bottles of champagne if that gets done. He ready, and I was working overtime. Yo, Sway, him to Washington. He is excited, and he's ready for a fresh start. And with 5, let's go. Let's go, man. I hate that we have to wait till the new league year to actually hear from Deebo or to see what number he picks or to get that off-season video. You know how we do in the off-season when we get thirsty for content? We get the Commanders logs, but we get those videos on Instagram and Twitter, those little shorts of Adam Peters meeting them when they come off the plane and walking them around the campus to meet Doug Williams and walking to the equipment room to pick their number and showing the equipment manager stitch on the name. And I want all that shit. And unfortunately, we can't get that until the new league year starts after March the 12th. So until then, we have to play guessing games. We have to wait to hear from Deebo Samuel. He can't even really come out and talk about it too much. But here we go. Here we go. Hey, Chef Dre, take some of that salt and pepper out of Deebo. Oh, man. We hilarious, man. We hilarious. Let me see if they even got to the 7th round so we can make our last pick yet. Let me see. Oh, shit. I didn't resume it. My bad. My bad. We're going to talk until that shit get to the end. Good call. My bad. Deebo got to burn that Eagles jersey. Yeah, that shit got to never see the light of day ever again. March 12th seems so far, but it's next week. What are we on the 3rd now? So next Wednesday of next week, it gets real. And before we get out of here, though, I would like to know, is there anybody that y'all see Washington signing during the tampering period, meaning the first 48 hours of free agency? Because I know my answer to that question. Do y'all see Washington signing any priority free agents during the tampering period of free agency the first 2 days? Because I think we sign a corner. I think we sign a corner very early, March 10th. So next week. So we're 1 week away from the tampering period. So we're 7 days away. I think Mooney Ward. Yep, Mooney Ward. That's who I think our priority free agent signing is as a cornerback. I wouldn't mind Slayton. All right, look. Let me sell y'all on Slayton. I'm going to make a video about this later this week. For everybody who hates the concept of Slayton, Slayton is a good piece for this offense. He's the burner we don't have. He's the take the top off the defense threat. He's not going to be expensive. He's had concentration drops in his career so far, but that's a height, weight, speed guy. That's an over 6 foot receiver with speed that could be a vertical threat. Slayton, Deebo, and Terry, that's a good starting unit right there. That's a good starting unit right there. I wouldn't be mad at it, bro. I wouldn't be mad at it. What if we went out and got Ronnie Stanley? How would that make y'all feel? If we went out and spent 23, 24 million a year for Ronnie Stanley, tackle of the Baltimore Ravens, how would that make y'all feel? I got one for y'all. Since someone just put these two names together. Don't tell Louis T I said this because Louis T be ready to jump me every time I say this name. Darius Slayton for a few more dollars, or Nick Westbrook Akine to be option 3 or 4 for this team. Which one? Which one? Darius Slayton for a moderate contract, or Nick Westbrook Akine for the low to be the 3rd, 4th option of the team. What you think? It would be Slayton because the speed, but like Louis be ready to fight me every time I say Nick Westbrook Akine, because Westbrook Akine, he's just a touchdown demon. He's a touchdown demon. He's a big ass target and a touchdown demon. And he's not gonna cost you shit. He's not breaking nobody's bank. He's not breaking nobody's bank. So I'm just saying. I would rather have a Darius Slayton or Westbrook Akine. Westbrook, because he's younger. Ain't Westbrook Akine 27? Ain't they like the same age? Ain't they the same age? Am I tripping? I thought Westbrook Akine was like 27 years old. And Darius Slayton's around that age too. Darius Slayton is 28 years old. Akine is 27, 28 too, right? Or am I tripping? Just know that Westbrook Akine is a 4'7" ass wide receiver compared to 4'3" of Darius Slayton. So, you know, choose your hard. How old is this nigga? How old is this man? Yeah, he's 28. Okay, so 27, 28. Same shit. Chris Godwin getting franchised too, right? Yep. 1 year older. Whatever Jaden Daniels wants in free agency will get. Hey, I like this answer. I like this answer right here. I like this. Westbrook Akine turns 28 in 3 weeks. Same age. Give me the faster guy. But he's probably gonna cost millions less than Darius Slayton. He does catch everything. And he's a good, very good red zone goal line threat. He had 9 touchdowns this year with Rudolph and Will Levis dropping to his knees. You know? He do seem younger than that, right? He do seem younger than that. I thought Westbrook Akine was like 25, but then one day I looked at it, I was like, yeah, he's 27. 27. I did not see 27 years old. Thought he was a young man. $7 million a year for Slay. Oh, done. 3 years, 30. I wouldn't be mad at it. That's a 4-3 receiver, man. That's a 4-3 receiver. Listen, if you start your wide receiver room with Terry, Deebo, and Slayton, there's a clear pecking order. You get a little bit something different with each guy. Deebo, you move them all over the place. Darius Slayton is a vertical threat, fast as big body receiver. You could throw a 50-50 ball to Darius Slayton. He's big. The hands need to get more consistent. Maybe he needs a fresh start. Darius Slayton put up some impressive numbers to be the backup option with a trash quarterback team for a couple years. You know? So you start with Slayton, Deebo, and Terry, and then Luke, maybe bring back OZ, and then draft a guy. That's a good receiver room. I'm not going to hold you. That receiving room is like that. I like it. Jaden can work with Slayton, Deebo, Terry, Luke, OZ, and a draft pick. I'm just saying, he can work with that. He can work with that. Olamide Zaccheaus is going to be league minimum type shit. Toss him a bag of money, keep it moving. It's not going to cost us nothing, you know? And I wouldn't be mad at the group is all I'm saying. We're just hypothetical with it. Josh Palmer, maybe re-sign Noah or OZ back to fill the room out. And let's see what Luke in year number 2 is going to be, because hopefully he's more than a kick returner. And we're able to get that thing going. But ultimately, it all comes back to we have Jaden Daniels. And we saw what Jaden Daniels could work with nothing last year. If you upgrade spots, you're only going to see better, because you're going to see a better Jaden Daniels in year 2. You're going to see a better Cliff Kingsbury. You're going to see better cohesion. And you're going to see us reach deeper into that offensive bag this year, man. So definitely hell no to bringing Chase Young back. I want no parts of it. Let's make our last pick, y'all. Last pick in our mock draft. These were our picks so far. Omarion Hampton, Deion Walker, Kyle Kennard, Tate Rutledge, Mason Taylor. Who is our final pick of mock draft 1.0? Take two. Dante Trader Jr. still on the board. Etienne's brother is still out there. Shiloh bumass, who's always going to be there. What are we thinking? Let me look at that. Let me pull up the receivers. All the Colorado receivers. Oh, Badger's on the board. That'll be my pick. Give me Badger. Give me Elijah Badger. What y'all think? What y'all think? I love Badger here. How we closing this one out? Trader Jr.? Y'all want Trader Jr.? Trader Jr. or Badger? We're going to sign the kicker in the offseason. What y'all think? Trader? Bring the Maryland Turpin home? Bring the Maryland Turpin home? Badger? Good size and speed. Oh, we got a split in the war room. We got a split in the war room between Badger and Trader. Hell no, because that's why our wide receiver room always got a lot of players in it that don't contribute. So no to Trader for you is, I'm guessing, what you're saying. Might as well get the hometown kid. I like Trader. I think Trader's going to go in like the 5th round. Let me see. Yeah. Yo, PFN hates these Colorado receivers. They don't give a shit about them boys. I'm not going to hold you. Let me see what safeties. Shiloh. Look at Shiloh. I think Trader Jr. is a good pick here. We have safeties. Chin is coming back, but we need another piece to that room. We need another free safety added to that room because Derek Forrest and Percy Butler are not it. Are not it at all. Oh, Kyle Williams from Washington State is most certainly still on the board. I think if I'm drafting a receiver this late, he better have some size to him, though. Now I think it's Trader. I think it's you got to go. Let's go with the Turpin. Let's go with the Turpin. Come on down. Come on down. And that is take 2 on mock draft 1.0. We are a week away from free agency, y'all. We are a week away from free agency. And I want to give y'all the one final warning that every player Washington signs not going to be the number one at their position on the PFF board or on the NFL.com board, or on the ESPN.com board. We're going to get guys that fit what we do here. We're going to get guys we can get on the field fast, and what they call it, the commander tag. We're going to get commanders over here. We got Omarion Hampton, Deion Walker, Kyle Kennard, Tate Rutledge, Mason Taylor, and Dante Trader Jr. We traded back twice and added 3 picks to it. This is what we currently came up with. This is after trading for Deebo Samuels and after trading back twice. There could be more picks to offer, especially if we get something back for Jonathan Allen in the coming weeks. Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. I think both players are going undrafted, if I'm keeping it a whole buck. Gabe Taylor is all right, and Shiloh is all right after playing 1,000 years in college. They all right. They all right, man. Here's my opinion on Josh Sweat. I think Josh Sweat is good. I think he's about to get drastically overpaid in free agency. I don't think he's great. I think he's going to get paid like a great edge rusher. I don't think he's a great edge rusher. So he is young, he's still ascending, and he could get better. But I think he's a solid-ass edge rusher, and I think he's going to get something crazy in free agency, and I don't know if I'm willing to pay what he's worth. I don't know if I'm willing for that, man. Tate Rutledge is that boy's combine workout is fun, man. Let's go. Let's rock, man. Let's rock, man. Bring on the Commanders, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me on this Monday afternoon. That was your mock draft 1.0 stream. Brought to you and powered by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, home of the fastest payouts in the industry, and a deposit match of 150% on your first deposit using promo code YouTube150. Please bet responsibly. bunch of free agent talks and a bunch more to talk about this week. Lake will be on the channel this week, and I'll be on my guy Jalen's channel this evening, this afternoon, this evening at about 7:30 p.m. tonight. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy. This was fun. We're gonna do this every Monday. We're gonna have fun with the mock draft machine, and we're gonna get mock draft Mondays going until we lead up to the draft. We got about a month and some change left into the NFL draft. Washington not picking as high as usual, but we can still make the offseason fun. Thank y'all for always rocking with the kid, for everyone offering their own perspective. We're going to do this a lot more this offseason. We're a week away from free agency. Y'all have a blessed rest of your Monday. Check me out on Jalen's channel later. Jalen Morgan at Stunner Showtime. Sub him up. I will talk to y'all later, man. Hell to the Washington Commanders. Fuck the Philadelphia